Hey y'all, this video is on addressing counterclaim in our argumentative writing. First, we want to name a reminder that counterclaim is the opposing argument. So this means that they disagree with whatever it is you are trying to say. When we address counterclaims, we want to do 4 things within our paragraph. First, introduce the counterclaim. What is it? Second, concede a bit. Including a concession is designed to make our listener more likely to hear our argument because they think that we can see the merit in their side. 3, refute it. Explain why what they believe is wrong. 4, support it. This "it" here refers to our refutation. We want to support our refutation with evidence, and typically this evidence looks like clear evidence that goes against the counterclaim. That's a lot. Let's dive into it step by step. For this particular assignment, you are asked to choose a side about whether or not it is okay to break the law. I'm going to do an example from the perspective of it is okay to break the law. If you're writing that it's not okay to break the law, please just take these and reverse them. So if my claim was, it is okay to break the law because blank and blank, the counterclaim to this argument would be, it is not okay to break the law because blank. We're only addressing one counterclaim here, so we only need one blank. I want to make this example as real as possible, so I'm going to fill in the blank here. It is not okay to break the law because a lawful system creates order. Let's say this is the counterclaim that I'm addressing today. All of my steps are listed here. The first thing I need to do is introduce it, writing an introductory statement. So I may write, some people argue it is not okay to break the law because a lawful system creates order. That sentence introduces the counterclaim. Next, I want to concede a little bit. Giving a concession means stating and acknowledging the other side. So I might write something like, while it is true in some societies that law maintains peace and order, ... That statement right there is a concession. I'm going to underline that for you. It is true in some societies that law maintains peace and order. This is a concession because I'm clearly stating that I understand the other side's argument. I see their counterclaim. I understand it. I'm saying, yeah, that might be true some places. I'm going to check off concede. Now I need to refute that claim. The big word that announces I'm about to write a refutation is the word but. So while it may be true in some societies that law maintains peace and order, I can fill it in. Another way I could write this is, it is true in some societies that law maintains peace and order, but now I want to explain why that is wrong. But some systems of law are biased and prevent all people from access to their rights and resources. Now I'm saying, yeah, I hear your claim, but I'm refuting it and telling you why that claim is wrong. This right here is a refutation. Now that I've successfully introduced, conceded, and refuted a claim, I need to support my refutation with evidence. So I'm going to go out there and I'm going to find some evidence that proves sometimes law actually causes the opposite of peace and order. Off the top of my head right now, I'm thinking of recent protests that have been happening in the United States. So I might say, in response to the death of George Floyd, protesters took to the streets of Minneapolis. In this scenario, again, these are not my own ideas necessarily. I'm just giving you an example of how to write this prompt. In this scenario, police presence came to the protest to maintain order, but actually played a part in turning the protest into a riot. Then I would go and find some evidence to back that up. So I might say an article by this source says, and then I can cite my evidence here. Okay? So I have now introduced it, conceded a little bit, concession, written a refutation, and then supported my refutation with evidence from a source. The most successful way to wrap this up would to make a statement like, therefore, this argument is not sound. Just make a final statement that's like, okay, look, therefore the counterclaim doesn't work. All right? If you have questions about addressing counterclaims and opposing arguments, there are some highlighted examples in your student materials. Keep in mind, these are the 4 steps that we want to follow. And when it says support it, it means support your refutation with evidence.